how do we create and navigate safe spaces, whether it be in cities, online, or at work, and making sure that we are also reconciling freedom and the need for protection, so that everyone can have the same opportunities. And to open our first discussion today on building inclusive cities, safe spaces for all, I would like to invite Young Tai Kim, the Secretary General from ITF, the International Transport Forum, to give us a brief introduction on the matter. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a warm welcome indeed.
I promised to come up to the stage with a big smile, and I did. So thanks very much, and good morning, everyone, and bonjour tout le monde. So ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure to open this session on shaping inclusive cities, safe spaces for all. And allow me to briefly introduce the International Transport Forum at the OECD, an intergovernmental organization with currently 69 member countries. We serve as a global think tank on transport policy, with inclusion and equity at the heart of our research and policy advice. And this is why we proudly partner with the Women's Forum. And today we face a crucial challenge, that is how to ensure that our cities are truly inclusive for all citizens. Inclusion isn't just a goal, it's the foundation of how cities should function. And too often, our cities are designed in ways that exclude specific groups: women, the elderly, youth, people with disabilities. When segments of the population feel excluded from urban life, their access to education, employment, and essential services is compromised. Transport policies and urban plans should reflect the diverse needs of our populations. Women's travel patterns are more complex than men's. Women often make multi-stop trips as they reconcile work and care responsibility. And transport systems must be designed to accommodate these needs. For cities to be inclusive, they must allow all citizens to fully participate, regardless of gender, age, or background. And this goes beyond physical access. And it requires a holistic approach that ensures every person feels welcome, safe, and valued. Let's talk about accessibility. Many associated with physical mobility, ramps, elevators, and transport networks. These are all important elements, but accessibility actually goes much deeper. It means enabling every individual to access opportunities equally through social, economic, and physical means. Creating inclusive cities means designing environments where everyone can access jobs, education, and social networks. To achieve this, we must consider land use, sustainable transport options, and social factors such as safety and affordability. Inclusion also requires community engagement. We must empower citizens to have a voice in shaping their own urban spaces. Urban spaces belong to everyone, and we all have a role in shaping them. French philosopher Henri Lefebvre described this as the right to the city, which means that urban area should not only be accessible, but also shaped by the people who live in them. When urban planning prioritized cars and capital interest over people, we lose sight of what cities are truly for: fostering human connections and ensuring coexistence. So we need to reclaim urban space as a common good. We need to rethink how we allocate street space. By reallocating space for people, we enhance mobility and safety for a broader range of users: pedestrians, cyclists, public transport users. And inclusive cities are safe cities. Yet, in a 2021 UN report found that nearly 40% of women feel unsafe on public transport, with 60% worried about street harassment. This isn't just a woman's issue, it affects all of us. We must design transport systems with safety in mind. This includes improving infrastructure with better lighting and security, while fostering a cultural shift that amplifies all citizens' voices in transport planning. It is essential to promote more women to take on leadership roles and actively participate in the planning and decision-making processes of our cities. Finally, inclusive streets are vital for sustainability. Streets that encourage walking, cycling, and public transport usage help reduce emissions and improve public health. Making our streets safer and more accessible contributes to the broader goal of creating sustainable and livable cities. And ladies and gentlemen, inclusion is key to building accessibility and safety and sustainability in cities. By prioritizing inclusion, we create urban spaces that truly welcome all. And let's work together to reclaim our right to the city and make our urban environments inclusive for everyone. So I brought several the examples of the ITF work to illustrate the recent publications. So we have a women's safety and security, and also we have sustainable accessibility for all. And we also have a gender toolkit that can be useful for the policymakers in the transport sector in our member countries. So this is like a checklist, and we all work together, and I'm very happy to meet you today, this morning. So thank you very much.